Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I did just want to record a quick update talking about what to expect with the US CPI report coming out tomorrow. Let's jump right into this. So let's start off over on Twitter. As you can see over here, one of my friends reshared this. 0.9 is basically the magic number for tomorrow. If we do look at the CPI charts, basically, yes, we are in July, but CPI lags behind 1 month. So we're currently waiting for June's CPI, and why this is important is because 0.9 is the magic number. This was what the CPI was over in June. So for example, the CPI can even be 0.5, 0.8 or something, so we can get an increase in CPI, but the yearly CPI is currently sitting at 8.6. So if we do want a higher CPI, higher consumer price inflation, then we need more than a 0.9 increase. I personally think we're going to get a 1.1 increase. I shared this over on my Twitter, so these are my thoughts on what I personally expect to be happening for the CPI tomorrow. My bet is that CPI is going to be 8.8% year to date, marking a 1.1 increase in June. Now, my prediction and my thoughts is also tying in with the forecast from 11 major banks. They are predicting an increase to 8.8% from 8.6% year to date, as energy prices have continued advancing from last month. Now, interestingly, the core CPI, which was obviously very high in June, is still very high now, is expecting to drop from 6% to 5.8%. However, I'm still expecting, just like other economists are, that we should be expecting an increase to 8.8% year to date, predominantly because of rising energy prices. Now, once again, reiterating what my friend said, 0.9 is the magic number. Anything less than June's last 0.9% CPI increase will bring the current CPI down from its 8.6% level, and subsequently you can imagine anything above 0.9. So let's say we have a 1% increase, or let's say we have what I'm predicting a 1.1% increase. This should put the CPI above 8.6. I'm predicting 8.8, and as I'm sure most people want to know, how is this going to affect the price of the markets? How is this going to affect the price of Bitcoin? Well, in my opinion, anything higher than 8.6%, so let's just say we only increase 1%, we have 8.7% year-to-date CPI, I do think the markets are going to react horribly to this. The last time we had our CPI report, we absolutely dumped through the floorboards because of it, and as you can imagine, I mean, we look at the forecast for it, and you can see why. It increased 1% in May. So as you can imagine, if we increase 1.1% this month, it's going to be very brutal for the markets. The momentum is already heavily bearish for Bitcoin. I made a video about this today, but over 400,000 Bitcoin have been sold on the open market, just on the exchanges that I look at, not even looking at some of the leverage trading platforms like Phemex. But nonetheless, momentum is heading down. I really don't want to make this a TA video. However, because once again, I talked about this in this video over here extensively, but the momentum indicators are going down, volume is coming in, fear is coming into these markets, and we're still very overextended. You might be thinking, be greedy when others are fearful, but look at the money flow indicator, look at other oscillators. They got completely overbought because of pure greed. We have not even broken beneath the floorboards heavily yet, so subsequently, keep your eyes on CPI numbers tomorrow. CPI is not the biggest thing coming out this month. We also have the FOMC meeting and the GDP growth report, so potentially we could even have negative CPI tomorrow. The markets could rally for the next couple of weeks, and then we could have negative GDP, and we could be in a confirmed recession, and then that's going to be a whole different can of snakes, and we'll probably go on a massive leg to the downside. So as I reference a lot of things over on my Twitter, I'm going to shamelessly plug it. If you do want to follow me over on Twitter, it is here at 618_cowboy. That is all I've got for you today, my friends. Hope you found some value in today's content, and yeah, peace.